The defendant will rise and face the jury and hearken to its verdicts.
State of Wisconsin versus Kyle Rittenhouse. As to the first count of the information, Joseph Rosenbaum. We, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the second count of the information, Richard McGinnis, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the third count of the information, unknown male, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fourth count of the information, Anthony Huber, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fifth count of the information, Gage Grosskreutz, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty.
I'm not gonna lie, a weird watery substance came out of my eyes when I saw the verdict live. Justice prevailed. Ladies and gentlemen, who would have ever thought that this degenerate ginger would ever bring you good news? But alas, here we are. Kyle Rittenhouse has been found not guilty on all charges, and now he gets to sue everybody that called him a white supremacist murderer for defamation. In today's video, we're gonna explore how rich Kyle is actually gonna get. And then, what's that? Folks, my producer is telling me we have live footage of woke libs reacting to the Rittenhouse verdict. Let's take a look. Right. As telling as that compilation was, it was quite difficult to understand anything. So why don't we isolate one and take a listen to what she has to say.
Well, looks like Wisconsin's gonna fucking burn tonight. All 5 charges. All 5 fucking charges. Not guilty. Unfucking real. If you don't know what white privilege looks like, look no goddamn further. Look no fucking further. He got away with murder. And gets to walk scot-free. Unfucking believable.
The way I see it, there's only 2 ways of explaining that rationale. Either she hasn't watched any of the trial and doesn't know any of the facts, or she doesn't know how self-defense works. Either way, her vote counts as much as yours and mine, and that's how we get officials like AOC and Joseph R. Biden. His Majesty. God bless him. Anyway, let's talk defamation. Now, defamation is a state law thing, and Kyle was defamed all over the country. So I'm not going to read you all the different laws in all the different states. So I'm just going to give you the basic elements of defamation, which is this. To prove a prima facie defamation, a plaintiff must show 4 things. 1. A false statement purporting to be a fact. Not an opinion, a false statement. 2. Publication or communication of that statement to a third person, to any other person. 3. Fault amounting to at least negligence. And 4. Damages or some harm caused to the person or entity who is the subject of the statement. The damages would come in reputational harm, which he was indeed reputationally harmed. Do you guys remember Nick Sandmann, the MAGA kid? This guy sued, he was smeared by the media, called him a white supremacist Trump supporter, but that was not true. In fact, it was an Indian man who was provoking him, but the media got this clip from the video and they ran with it. So what happened? He sued everybody. So here's the little part I want to show you. On January 7th, 2020, CNN settled a lawsuit with Sandmann for an undisclosed amount. It sought $275 million in damages. The other lawsuit was against the Washington Post and sought $250 million in damages. In July 2020, the Washington Post settled the lawsuit as well. Both lawsuits were settled for undisclosed amounts. There's no chance that Sandmann got $275 million or $250 million. I would say he got between 10 and 20, maybe 5 and 20 million for each. But that's a lot of money. And what they did to Sandmann is nothing compared to what the media, the president, and many members of Congress did to Kyle Rittenhouse. So let's begin with this. Joe Biden, the current president of the United States, played a clip. Part of the clip was this. And there's text attached. There's no other way to put it. The president of the United States refused to disavow white supremacists on the debate stage last night, with a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse, and it says on the bottom, as we saw in Kenosha. That's subtitles of the video. So that's the president defaming Kyle Rittenhouse. But wait, there's more. Ilhan Abdullahi Omar, member of the squad, member of Congress. A domestic terrorist executed 2 people, and according to Tucker and his supporters, this is maintaining order. Their murderous rants have inspired many mass shooters, and now they aren't even trying to distance themselves from it. They are excusing it. She's straight up calling him a white supremacist murderer. But is he? But wait, there's more. Jamal Baldwin. This guy is a squad attaché. He's a new congressman, socialist. We need Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to condemn the armed militias that killed 2 people in Kenosha yesterday while working in tandem with local police. Those militias are domestic terrorists looking to incite a race war. Protecting private property is cover for their agenda. Everything's cover for their agenda because that's what happens when you are indoctrinated through Marxism, or modern Marxism, which is critical theory. You see everything to the oppressed and to the oppressor, so nothing just is. Everything has to have an underlying layer of racism. Dumbass Jamal Bowman. Ayanna Pressley, another member of this jihadi squad. A 17-year-old white supremacist domestic terrorist drove across state lines armed with an AR-15. Alright, so he's not a white supremacist, he's not a domestic terrorist. He didn't drive across state lines with an AR-15. He got it in Wisconsin. He shot and killed 2 people who had assembled to affirm the value, dignity, and worth of Black Lives Matter. He shot 3 people. One of them was a pedophile. He liked to diddle children. The other one's a convicted domestic abuser. And the other, I forget what the other, but it's just as bad as the other ones. He shot 3 really sick people. Fix your damn headlines. I'm an attorney, Kyle. I'll do this for free. Well, on contingency. You're going to get a lot of money, so on contingency. So those are some examples of the defamation that he got from serious political figures, our current president. Now, after the verdict, people were giving their opinions, and some of them were shocking, including the opinion of the ACLU. Remember, these guys used to fight for free speech. They defend the Nazis. But now, this is after the verdict. Not guilty. Despite Kyle Rittenhouse's conscious decision to travel across state lines and injure 1 person and take the lives of 2 people protesting the shooting of Jacob Blake by police, he was not held responsible for his actions. Unfortunately, this is not surprising. There's so much wrong with this. So let's read it again. The conscious decision to travel across the state lines to injure. That's not what happened. He crossed state lines to protect, to help, to provide medical services. And then protesting the shooting of Jacob Blake by police. The guy who raped his ex-girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend called the police on him, and then he pulled out a knife from the police. Yeah, you're gonna get shot, buddy. Sorry. He was not held responsible for his actions. Good. Self-defense. Kyle is an outstanding citizen. And this is a whole thread by the ACLU, which is disgusting, but we're not gonna give him the time of day. So let's move on now to Joy Ann Reid of MSNBC, one of the dumbest people in America who's making, I think her contract was $30 million. Oh no, that was Rachel Maddow, but she still makes a lot of money. While we're out reacting and processing the Rittenhouse verdict, please spare a thought for the families of Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Uber who are mourning, and for Gage Grosskreutz and Jacob Blake. There is nothing here but tragedy, and these families are in pain. Oh my God. She's asking for prayers for 3 rapists and 1 domestic abuser. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with this woman? Does she not see the side? She's protecting the rapists. And I'm not saying Kyle shot them because of their past. But they're painting them out to be heroes. They're not. They're scumbags. And that's why they attacked Kyle. And that's why he had to defend himself. My God. Now, this wouldn't really be a video about dumbass lefties if I don't include the Alexandria occasional cortex. Meanwhile, in Kenosha County, the state is still fighting the court ruling that's not what I wanted to show you. Here we go. This comes just 1 day after GOP leader announced his intent to reward white supremacist members of Congress who incite violence. Same party who just appointed 200 plus judges, many unqualified, to federal courts, 70% of them of whom were white men. Oh my God, they're white, bad, automatically. Is that not racism and sexism? Yes, it is. So Matt Gaetz offered Kyle Rittenhouse an internship, and then other members of Congress followed suit. It's a good PR move, and it's a good move for Kyle. He should take it. He should get into politics. It was served to him on a platter of shit and chaos. But he came out successful, and I fear he's going to have a wonderful future if he's not gunned down by Antifa or Black Lives Matter. Here we have Representative Nadler of New York. This heartbreaking verdict is a miscarriage of justice and sets a dangerous precedent which justifies federal review by the DOJ. Justice cannot tolerate armed persons crossing state lines looking for trouble while people engage in First Amendment protective protest. There's so much wrong with this. First of all, Nadler said that Antifa is a myth. If I can find the clip, I'll put it here.
There's violence across the whole country. Do you disavow the violence from Antifa? That's happening in Portland right now? That's
a myth that's being spread only in Washington, D.C.
About Antifa in Portland?
Yes.
Sir, there's...
Second of all, justice cannot tolerate armed persons crossing state lines again. He didn't cross state lines with a gun. He didn't. I mean, did you not watch the trial? And First Amendment does not protect riots. Sorry. Now we have what I think is a future presidential hopeful, because Biden's going to die soon, and Kamala's, nobody likes her, Pete Buttigieg, nobody likes him. AOC maybe, but I think it's going to be Gavin Newsom from California. America today. You can break the law, carry around weapons built for military, shoot and kill people, and get away with it. That's the message we just sent to armed vigilantes across the nation. Is it? Is it? Because you didn't watch the trial. It was clear self-defense. He was acquitted by all the jurors. He was acquitted by anyone really who watched the trial. But these people, if it's a white guy, then self-defense does not exist. And this, of course, culminates with the message of El Presidente. Well, not the Barstools guy, Mr. President. After the verdict comes out, this guy comes out with it. Well, I mean, he probably didn't write it, but... While the verdict in Kenosha will leave many Americans feeling angry and concerned, myself included, we must acknowledge that the jury has spoken. My full statement. We're not going to read the full statement because he just goes on to say more bullshit, but I have two questions. Why are Americans feeling angry and concerned? And why you included? I mean, you should be concerned because you're about to get sued for defamation. Of course, not now, once you step out of office. But even if it's afterwards, he'll just see your estate and he'll take some money from little Hunter Biden. Jesus, fucking Hunter Biden. How sad for the President of the United States to be so wrong, pathetic, and weak. If you guys want to remember what it's like to have a strong, logical president, here's a clip of Trump being right about Kyle over a year ago.
Saying, are you going to condemn the actions of vigilantes like Kyle Rittenhouse?
Well, we're looking at all of it. That was an interesting situation. You saw the same tape as I saw, and he was trying to get away from them, I guess, it looks like, and he fell, and then they very violently attacked him, and it was something that we're looking at right now, and it's under investigation, but I guess he was in very big trouble. He would have been. He probably would have been killed. But it's under investigation.
Do you think?
Orange man bad, they said. Then Biden wins the election. I said, oh, the adults are back in the room. Now I'm asking myself, did they mean the adults or the elderly? Because Joe's not looking good at all. Anyway, Kyle's going to be a very rich man. Now, he's going to get bored with his life if he doesn't get into politics and he's just a rich guy. I would suggest, I don't know, make a security company. Rittenhouse Security. Sounds good. Sounds legit. Or be a security consultant. Rittenhouse certified. That makes me feel safe. Kyle, my friend, congratulations on, getting your life back. And you're going to be a very rich man. If you see this, which you probably won't, hey, feel free to contact me. I'll help you out. For all of you other peoples, thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me your time. I hope you liked this video. If you did, and if you thought it was good, share it, because that's really the only thing that helps with the algorithm these days. So thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.